Welcome to Alchemize Yourself Tarot. Collective, this message is in regards to somebody that's been creating a lot of anxiety for you. I think it's important to know that this person may also be feeling a lot of anxiety, but for a different reason than you are. And I think this is an important message of being aware of stingy lovers. Usually there's an underlying reason to being stingy. And I'm not just talking about finances and material things. I'm talking about somebody that withholds their time, their energy, that downplays the need for reciprocity. So this person is playing a game of withholding. They may even have a lot more to give than they're letting on. They know that you are sweet and generous, but they want to keep you stuck like with this really bare minimal offer. And the thing is you're the kind of person, it's hard for you to understand, okay? Nine of Swords. It's hard for you to understand this because you may even have less than this person, but you would give the shirt off your back for people that you love. Six of Pentacles. You're ready to give more than this person is. And what the irony is you may actually have less than them, but you're so open with giving. This may baffle you or confuse you or, make you wonder, like, why is this person so stingy with their effort? This is about effort. Okay? Because it's starting to make you question, like, why does this person keep me waiting? Why do they treat me a certain way? It starts to make you doubt yourself. You would have, like, seriously, like, I think you would have, if this person asked you for something, you would literally do it. You would drop everything and do it. That's just how you operate. But what I'm actually getting here is that this person is stretched thin, okay? So they are giving to a lot of people. They may be thinking that you're asking for a handout, or maybe they're used to people needing them and asking for handout. Maybe this person's supporting a lot of people. So it's like they're making this assumption that you have this expectation, because maybe you do have less than this person. Let's just say this is a scenario. You might not. You might be actually doing better than this person. You could actually be doing better than this person and you don't even know that. But it's like they're making this assumption that they're going to have to support you, or that you're a gold digger, or that you're going to have and because I think this person is used to people using them for that, or they're just have this expectation that you're going to be some sort of gold digger, even though you've shown them that you're actually really open and generous. It's like they want to keep Three of Wands, Hanged Man. It's like they want to keep you waiting, or almost like begging them for literally a page of pentacles. Like, we're talking drinks, a date. Like, we're not even talking about huge amounts of effort. I don't think you've demanded that at all. But it's like, I'm getting that maybe they're used to very transactional relationships, so it's not all about you. This person may have actually gone through a painful ending, and I'm not letting them off the hook. I'm just trying to understand the source of why they're being so stingy with you. And it's like they're just shutting down, shutting out. Could be that you're even just like, okay, like, I'm just waiting over here. And I think it's really about having power. This person wants to have control over the dynamic. People with very transactional mindsets, they will tend to operate from devil energy as far as power, dominance, control. It's like they're trying to make a point by slow walking, like giving you anything. Maybe this person hasn't been asking you out, or they haven't, offered to pay the tab or buy you dinner. And it's just, I think it's important not to internalize this because, like I said, I think you're extremely generous. And you see this in a lot of people. It's like sometimes it's the people that have more that are actually more stingy. It's like the irony of that. And like I said, the roles might be reversed. You might actually be doing okay, or maybe you're fine with going and doing nice things and, being reciprocal, or, because this is like just sweet and innocent. It's not you. Six of Pentacles, Six of Cups. I don't think you're trying to demand anything out of this person. But I think other people do. Maybe they are a boss. Maybe they've already established, a life. And it's like they've had to support a lot of people in the past. And it's like, but I don't know. Nine of Swords. Don't allow their anxiety over being generous and giving. Don't internalize that, because I feel like someone's playing this power game. I don't know if it's just their insecurity or yours, or maybe they're triggering this, but it does feel weird. It's like, oh, let's say this is a love interest, and you're kind of expecting, okay, this person's going to court me, they're going to date me and, spend time with me. And it's like, there's this holdout with this person. And it could be, like I said, they're going through a painful ending and transition, and it may not be the right time if this person needs to heal and do their own thing. But it's like somebody needs to shift their perspective when it comes to power and dominance and transactional relationships. And a lot of people have been burned by this. I will acknowledge that people have been burned. Maybe you have even been burned by over giving, and you're expecting things to be a lot more balanced now, because sometimes people pleasers will actually give more than is even expected. I'm also getting that outside of you, this person is getting a lot of pressure put on them to be a provider, or they may have a lot of irons in the fire, a lot of people that rely on them for things. So it's like you get just the short end of the stick. You're kind of like the last priority to this person. It's like, okay, well, by the time I do all of this, there's not much left for you. But they're kind of still expecting you to show up and wait for them. That's where the distortion, that's where the devil energy is. I don't think it's, if you can't afford to date, or if it's not a good time for you to date or be generous with somebody, that's fine. But this person definitely has a lot of oppression going on in their life, inside and outside of your connection with them. And it's like they don't know what to do. They may even be forced. Maybe this person's in debt. Maybe they're being forced to pay a lot of money right now, or they have a lot of expenses. And King of Pentacles, I'm not seeing somebody that's necessarily, in poverty, but maybe they are. I'm getting this person kind of puts on this air that they are a lot more stable than they really are as well. Could be that they've suffered from losses. But Nine of Swords, Page of Pentacles, just know that this is not anything to do with you. I think it's important for you to hear this message so that you don't internalize your worth or value based on what this person is doing. And I think this person does have some Six of Cups, some past energy here. Maybe they have child support. Maybe they have people that, you know, still rely on them. And it's like they may come in, Page of Pentacles, but I don't think they're prioritizing this connection. So I certainly don't think that you should be waiting on them to really, you know, provide or support you or any way, or even date you properly. Page of Pentacles is not somebody that dates somebody properly. And that's somebody's prerogative. I'm not saying people have to be extravagant or anything like that, but it is causing some anxiety. The withholding, the control, the devil energy, that aspect of it is what's causing the anxiety here. And there is this need to set your mind at ease, to understand where the origin of this energy is coming from. Why is this Nine of Swords here? Perfect match, soulmate, made for each other. Could be that they do see you as made for each other. You're very compatible, but they're anxious about that. I'm getting that this person is overextended, or they're stretched too thin. It's like they think, oh, I've met my perfect match, but I have all these other responsibilities. And it causes them to shut down, or it causes them to shut you out, or it causes them to put you on the waiting list, right? So yeah, they can't handle it right now. Hold up. Yeah, they can't handle the pressure of giving to this connection right now. They're a runner. Yeah, they're a runner. They're afraid of intimacy, struggling with their emotions, not ready to open up. They're not ready to tell you all of this. So they ran because they're not ready for a relationship. They're not ready for their soulmate. And it's like a balancing act, trying to bring balance, navigating between two sides, love, hate, give and take. Yeah, this person has other people they're trying to give to. And it's like they met you, and then now they're like, okay, I'm going to let my run away from, or let my soulmate slip away because I just have too many people here. So that could be going through their mind. And it's like the strength of you see them as dead weight, hard to make progress, burdens, excess baggage, delays, and resistance. They may even be accusing you of being dead weight. It's like, well, if I can't, I'm definitely not going to invest in this connection because it's like, this is just extra, right? But I think you need to be considering this. Is this person dead weight? If they're not generous, if they're not giving to you, what's the point? I mean, if somebody's not going to actually invest in you properly, you're not going to feel, there's going to be so many delays and resistance in this relationship. They may be in like a flirtation phase with you, keeping things light, not wanting to get serious, even though they feel. And you may even be wondering, is this person my soulmate? I mean, they're certainly not wanting to give to this. So this is Nine of Swords going through your head. What's the Four of Swords? This person's definitely taking a break. They're needing to rest. They're needing to heal. They may even be feeling really sad, feeling pessimistic, lonely, guilt. They want things to change. I'm getting that this person is held down by something else. There's a devil energy here that this person is feeling oppressed by. And it's like, what is this devil hanged man? Yeah, this person, they're tied up. They may have like literal things that are holding them back, and they're sad because they can't do anything about it. Ringmaster, yeah. Leadership, taking control. They want to have control over their life. They're trying to find order in the chaos. Something feels really chaotic for them right now. Like that Five of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of people, or at least a situation is really demanding a lot out of them. They want access to you. They want you to be available, open and ready. Yeah, I'm getting Three of Wands. They want to have access to you. They want you to be open to them. They want to have control over the situation, but they don't. So it's causing them a lot of sadness and anxiety, because it's like, well, how do I get collective to invest in me and give me access when I'm not even giving anything? They know that they can't be in control if they're not even showing up for you, right? Like they know that they have no power in this situation. You see them as dead weight. They may have made you feel that way, but they're actually dead weight. They're not, you're showing up with more to give than they are, basically. Illumination, solitude, soul searching, inner guidance, and wisdom. I think you are trying to see the higher perspective of what this person's going through. And like I've said in other readings, I don't think you should wait on people to have their lives together and all of that. It doesn't matter how compatible you are with somebody. If you feel like you're giving more to the connection than they are, that is dead weight. And like I said, it doesn't even have to be finances. It just, we're talking about time. Time is money. Effort is, valuable. Value goes so much deeper than just purely resources. But at the end of the day, it's like, you don't want to be, this person's energy might feel really heavy to you right now. There, So what is this Page of Pentacles? Does this want to come out? Abandoned, rejection, dumped, feeling empty, long separate. They're abandoning this. They know that Page of Pentacles, that this is just not going to cut it. For the kind of access they want, the kind of power they want, they know that they wouldn't put up with that. They wouldn't settle for that. That's the thing. This is a ringmaster. This is a leader. They know the deal because they have other people that expect things out of them. So they can't expect you to give when they aren't willing to, because they know how this, how equality works, how fairness works. So they're feeling abandoned, sad. You may even be feeling like this person's just rejecting you, but it's like drinking. They could be drinking a lot, bad habits, trying to escape. They may just start drinking. Nine of Swords, Four of Swords. It's like snake charmer, seduction, sweet talk, femme fatale. I'm getting this person could be in a very, that's that devil energy, easily seduced, casual relationships. Femme fatale energy is like wanting to seduce somebody to get something out of them. They may be dealing with a snake charmer. Be aware of that. They may already be involved with someone that's all, deceiving them, using them. They don't want to feel used, but they do want to reconcile. They may try to work it out and reconcile with you because love, but just remember, it's a circus tent. It's instability, temporary, transition. This person's going through a transition. And you need to decide whether or not you want, like the ice cream is melting. It's like the feelings are going to cool, because the thing is, at the end of the day, relationships are only solid when it's in the material world. As far as, I'm not saying you're a material girl or a material guy. I'm just saying if somebody is devaluing you or making you question your own generosity, that's what you have to ask yourself. Let's get a wisdom of the Tao. I think we need some ancient wisdom. We have all this circusy energy. Let's get some ancient wisdom here. Some ancient Taoism to close this reading out. I wouldn't worry. This person is going to want to come back to reconcile, but just keep in mind, this person is in that, domineering, wanting to have control over a situation. They know that they don't have. This is going to cause them to have to spiritually elevate because they can't play the material dominance game with you. That's the real awakening. It goes deeper than that. They're having to move beyond the material world, or they're going to have to balance something out. Their soul contract versus their material contracts. Opportunity. You are on the right track. It's an opportune time. You are a wise soul and a practical strategist. Know your motives and anticipate the successful outcome before you make your move. Keep it cool. Yeah, it's good to keep your cool. Understand where this person's coming from, but don't lose your strategy either. Anticipate a successful outcome. What do we have here? Oh, we have the snake. The snake. Something to do with snakes. Green snakes as well. The snake. Year of the snake. Something could have happened last year. The last Chinese year was the snake. Year of the snake. So all of this could have started during that time period and longevity. Attend to things before they become a problem. Especially take care of yourself on all levels. Yes, collective. Pursue a healthy lifestyle to attain mental clarity and physical wellness. You may need a different approach to the situation at hand. Be flexible. And all this green heart chakra. And that is wise. You need to look at the longevity. You need to look at the big picture. They're either going to be in your life or not. And I'm also getting the longevity of other contracts that they have made. And that's not your problem. Okay, please like, share, subscribe. I'd love to have you here again. Thank you for watching. I'm sending a lot of love to you guys, and good luck. Don't lower your standards for anybody else. Stay focused on your goals. Bye.